prize distribution function of the Indo-Japan Intercollegiate Competitions 2025. We would like to share a brief presentation on some of the activities of our Japanese language school. I invite Ms. Lakshmi, my colleague and a senior faculty, to take us through a slideshow. Thank you.
Please give me a few moments to give you a brief overview of the activities of the Japanese language school of IJCCI. So the Japanese language school was inaugurated in 1989 and it has been active since then. We have been conducting Japanese language courses offline, and after that we have seamlessly transitioned to online courses since the COVID lockdown. In fact, without missing a single class, we managed to do that. We have also held a distance education program for which over 1,000 students registered from all over India. And we also conducted monthly contact classes for this course. So we do Japanese language orientation at colleges, and actually we had a delegation visit from Ryukyu University in Japan, and we facilitated their interaction with students from city colleges, Women's Christian College, DG Vaishnav College, and also students from our own school. So you can see some of the slides. So we celebrated the Golden Jubilee of Indo-Japan diplomatic relations in 2002, and the 70 years of diplomatic relations in 2022 with the active participation of students and teachers of the school. So, and then we had, last year we had the welcome party for our Consul General Honorable Mr. Takahashi Muneo, who is here present today with us. And Madam Takahashi is also seen. And they, during the function, they distributed certificates to participants of the summer camp, which we had held for children. So our courses are not only for, throughout the year, but we have also held summer camp for small children, young children. So apart from conducting classes, we organize events throughout the year, workshops, exhibitions, seminars, and also fun activities that are free for everyone to participate in, and these have been extremely popular. So this is karaoke, a musical event, and then we conducted calligraphy workshop where the participants used special calligraphy pens to write. And we have held origami workshops which were extremely popular. Like, we had overwhelming participation. So this is the art of paper folding. So as you can see, it's like there's barely enough space for the participants. There was such a good response from everyone. And we had an exhibition of bonsai as well as suiseki. So bonsai is the art of making miniature trees, and suiseki are actually especially beautiful stones which are displayed, which are either in the shape of a landscape or shaped like an animal, and they are admired for their beauty. So that is something special. So you can see that there's actually a demonstration by an expert on how to do bonsai. You can see how the roots are being trimmed and so on. So that was an exciting part of the event. We had a Hinamatsuri doll exhibition. So this is similar to the Golu, which we have in South Indian states. And in Japan, it is held on Girls' Day. And on that day, we also displayed warrior armor set, which is actually displayed on Tango no Sekku, or Boys' Day traditionally. It's now called Children's Day, but we displayed them both together. Okay. Yeah. We also had, could we go one slide back? So, display of traditional Japanese toys. And then we had an exhibition of ikebana, which is the art of flower arrangement. Then people know about origami, which is paper folding, but this is kirigami, which is paper cutting. So we held a workshop for that as well. So we've had other fun activities like anime and manga quiz. And Japanese food fest, so that people could actually get a taste of Japanese cuisine. We have screened movies, Japanese movies, as well as anime, which are cartoons, Japanese cartoons. And on a scholarly note, we have organized a haiku workshop, language seminars, and also this is also from the language seminar, and also the Mosai regional Japanese language speech contest. So for our students, we have had a conversation club to give the students a chance to speak in Japanese, which is usually not possible in India because not everybody knows Japanese people to speak in Japanese in. And we also had a competition for our students, which was held fully in Japanese. So that's the English name. It was Nihongo de Tanoshimo in Japanese. So from the most basic level to the highest level, the students were able to participate. We arranged it so that they could do that. So the latest events that the school has conducted are what you have all participated in. That is the intercollege competitions in essay writing, speech, poetry, and poster making. And before that, let me just take you through these. Our students actually have participated in a number of events. They have sung Japanese songs, they have performed Japanese skits, etc. at various events including Japanese Night. And they have also conducted games at the Japan Expo. So they were actively involved in the event along with the teachers. So, extremely well received event. So then these are the intercollegiate competitions that have been conducted recently in essay writing, speech, poetry, and poster making, for which the winners will receive the prizes today, and the participants will also receive their certificates. We have two upcoming events, one on November 2nd and another in December. Maybe some of you may be aware of what is upcoming in November. It's going to be extremely popular among students. Let me hand over the mic to Ms. Kirtana, who will take us through the upcoming events.
Minami no shima wa atatakai, paina puru puru atama boka boka ahobaka. Oh, how many of you get the reference here? Oh, judging by your reaction, there are plenty of Luffy fans here, okay? If you love anime moments like these, then IJCCI has got you covered. So on November 2nd, we are hosting Anime Dub Smash and Japanese Whisper Challenge, where it's a fun way to bring your, favorite characters to life in Japanese, English, or even Tamil. You can do the Dub Smash. And, you can bring your inner Gojo, Luffy, or Kamaboko, Gonpachiro. The stage is all yours. And you just have to scan the QR code, which will be displayed later, and you can follow our page and register through the links. And there is no participation fees. You just have to register and then walk in. So stay with me. Sorry again. Stay with me. Mayona kana duwao tanaki. Kaena nai de to nai ka. Ano kisetsu wa ima me no mae. Stay with. Okay, sorry. Okay. And okay. So and if you. Sumimasen. Arigato. Arigato tomo arigato gozaimasu. And if you know this song, you will definitely love our J-pop karaoke night. And it's in December, and you just have to, walk in again, just register, free entry, no participation fees. And we've got more exciting events every month, and there is like cosplay with a twist where you can just wear your own clothes and design your favorite character's cosplay. And then there is like anime themed treasure hunt, and then you have like just a minute or shipwreck for your favorite characters. That's it. And then so stay tuned, and then follow our there's QR code. You just have to scan it and then follow our pages. Okay, so ja minasan ishoni itanashimimashou. Thank you. Hope to see you on 2nd November. Arigatou gozaimasu.
For just a small announcement, we have a new JLPT N5 course beginning in November. So admissions are open. This is a beginner's course. So those of you who are interested, please register. And please let your friends as well as any family members know. So this starts on November 2nd. Classes are on Sundays from 2 to 5 p.m. So please let everyone know. And this is the QR code for all our social links. So please follow us so that you can keep yourselves updated on all upcoming courses, upcoming events, and so on. So thank you, all of you. So I request all the dignitaries to come up on stage, please.
Thank you, teachers and students from IJCCI Language School, for the nice presentation. I feel extremely happy to stand in front of you. It's a wonderful evening. A warm welcome to all of you. Today is yet another important day in the annals of IJCCI. Since 1989, we have been conducting several programs to foster India-Japan relations in educational, cultural, and economic arena. In our earnest desire to take Japan to the Indian youth, kindle their interest to learn and appreciate the various aspects of Japan, we started this competition, intercollegiate competitions, and we had over 15 colleges participating in the competitions. I'm extremely happy that we have today a seasoned diplomat, a journalist of eminence, a professor and a journalist, and a successful industrialist on the dais to share their thoughts on the occasion. A warm welcome to all of you, sir. We are extremely happy to have our chairman, Mr. Kumar, our past president, Mr. R. Veeramani, chairman of GEM Group of Companies, distinguished governing council members from Indo-Japan Chamber of Commerce and Industry. A warm welcome to all of you. My pranams to the gurus, well-wishers of India-Japan relations, and my best wishes to all the students. Ladies and gentlemen, join us in offering a traditional welcome to our chief guest, Honorable Mr. Takahashi Muneyo, and our guest of honor, Mr. N. Ravi. can you stand closer? Thank you. Please take your seat. This is our traditional golden shawl welcome and the floral welcome. Thank you so much. Now, I request President Mr. Padmanabhan to welcome the August gathering. Let me briefly introduce Mr. Padmanabhan to the August audience. He is a director of Sattva Group of companies with diversified interest in logistics, infrastructure, IT, and agribusiness. He is spearheading the commercial operations of the group. He carries with him over 3 decades of rich experience in the manufacturing and service sectors. He is a fellowship member of the Institutes of Cost and Works Accountants of India and the Chartered Accountants of India. He has made significant contributions in several committees in trade facilitation and logistic matters, working in close tandem with the government ministries at the national level. He is also the director at the Logistics Sector Skill Council. Mr. Padmanabhan is a recipient of the World Customs Organization Award in the year 2016. Mr. Padmanabhan is actively involved with several trade bodies and economic organizations. IJCCI is fortunate to have him as president. May I request Mr. Padmanabhan to take the podium.
Thank you, Subrasan. I extend a very warm welcome, respected Honorable Chief Guest Takashi Minio and distinguished guest of honor N. Ravi, sir, members of Governing Council and members of Indo-Japan Chamber of Commerce, respected dignitaries, faculty members, sensei, dear students and friends. With great pleasure and deep gratitude that I welcome you all to this evening for the prize distribution function of the Intercollegiate Competition 2025, organized under the theme of Enhancing India-Japan Friendship. We greatly honored the presence of Honorable Takashi Manuyo-san, who have been strong advocate for strengthening ties between India and Japan. Sir, we are deeply privileged to have you with us today. I extended a very warm welcome to N. Ravi-san, our esteemed guest of honor, a highly renowned journalist, great economics and thinker, whose lifelong work reflects the spirit of international understanding. We are truly delighted to have with us this evening, Ravi-san, and look forward to your insights. Also, I am welcoming N. Kumar, Chairman, ICCCI, Mr. Veeramani, Vice President, Dr. Sridhar Krishnaswamy-san, Honorary Secretary, Priest Srijath, Treasurer, and members of Governing Council of IGCCI. My warm welcome to the friends from media, members from college, HODs, and students. Japan and India have rich history and vibrant culture. The two countries have continuously shown commitment to strengthening mutual growth and understanding. Beyond diplomatic ties, economic partnership, education, cultural exchanges, the two countries contribute wider regional and global cooperation. This competition reflects our belief that friendship between nations must be nurtured not only through trade and diplomacy, but also through language, cultural, and exchange of ideas among young people. Through their essay, poem, and poster speeches, the students have beautifully expressed how India and Japan share values of respect, discipline, and harmony. I congratulate all winners of this competition, and my sincere thanks to all the contestants of the competition. I wish every one of my young friends and boys and girls are success in all your endeavors. I sincerely suggest every one of you to learn Japanese language. I assure you, my young friends, it may pay you very rich dividends. It is a very interesting language, and I myself enjoy learning language for some time. While learning languages, do pay attention to the rich culture of values, economic aspects, technology, and secret of their success. To all the participation of the winner, and my heartfelt congratulations, you have shown great talent and commitment. At the same time, I want to offer a special word of appreciation to those who did not win prize today. Your participation, effort, enthusiasm are equally commendable. Competition or the movement of learning. Every attempt polishes our skill and strengthens our confidence. Remember, success not measured award alone, but by the spirit of perseverance and growth of you demonstrate. I also wish to acknowledge the dedicated effort by the judge committee, Sugna-san, and organizing team of IGCCA planning to meaningful event. My grateful thanks to all colleges, teachers and students who made it possible. As we celebrate the achievement of young participation today, let us reaffirm our shared mission to build a bridge of friendship, understanding and cooperation between India and Japan, stronger with every passing years. Thank you all again being here this evening. Arigato gozaimasu. Thank you.
Thanks for the nice inputs and the advice. I hope all of you heard him say arigato gozaimasu. I think he's the first president to speak in Japanese. I'm very happy about it. Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, we consider every one of you assembled in this hall as ambassadors for India-Japan relations. With this in mind, we start the program today. Ladies and gentlemen, all of us appreciate and value the deep-rooted India-Japan relations since time immemorial. Our Prime Minister, Mr. Narendra Modi's frequent visits to Japan in 2014, 2016, 2018, 22, and this year, 2025, and his meetings with the leaders of Japan have been pivotal in reinforcing the bonds between India and Japan. To know more about the enduring partnership, we have with us an eminent scholar, our guest of honor, Mr. Ravi. I consider it my honor to introduce Mr. Ravi to the august audience. Even today, ladies and gentlemen, many of us start the day with the Hindu newspaper and a hot filter coffee in our hand. It goes together. Mr. Ravi is the director of Kasturi & Sons of the Hindu group of publications. He was editor-in-chief of the Hindu, president of Editors Guild of India, and member of the executive board of the International Press Institute, Vienna. He was chairman of the Press Trust of India and is now the director on the board of the Press Trust of India. He has covered several international conferences and traveled with prime ministers and presidents to cover the international summits. He is the chairman of the Chennai Institute of Journalism. He holds a master's degree in economics and a degree in law with a gold medal in constitutional and international law. He was a visiting fellow at the Harvard Law School and Schoenstein Fellow at the Harvard Kennedy School. He was also a visiting fellow at the Reuters Institute and St. Anthony's College, Oxford University in 2013. He was a member of the Integration Council of the Government of India and of the National Security Advisory Board between 2005 and 2008. He is a recipient of the G.K. Reddy Memorial Award and was awarded an honorary doctorate by the Venkateswara University in the year 1997. He is the chairman of the Chennai Kendriya Bharatiya Vidya Bhavan. With his brief introduction, I request Mr. Ravi to take the podium.
Good evening, and thank you, Ms. Suguna Ramurthy, for that generous introduction. Honorable Consul General Takahashi Muneo, the President of the Indo-Japan Chamber of Commerce and Industry, Mr. Padmanabhan, Chairman of the IJCCI, Mr. N. Kumar, Past President Mr. Veeramani, Dr. Sridhar Krishnaswamy, Ms. Suguna Ramurthy again, members of the Indo-Japan Chamber of Commerce and Industry, prize winners, students, and teachers of the Japanese Language School, my colleagues in the media, distinguished guests. Let me first congratulate the prize winners who have done an amazing job applying their mind to Indo-Japan relations and to aspects of Japanese culture that were given to them for their competition. In fact, the IJCCI deserves double congratulations. First for the outreach to so many colleges, 15 in number, to hold the competition, and second, for the excellent language school whose activities we witnessed in the slideshow, organized very well by the teachers. In fact, the amazing range of activities on display surprised us all. We never imagined that there could be so many activities in a language school. Since we met last, several momentous changes have happened both in Japan and in India-Japan relations. First, Sane Takaichi, who is set in 2 days to take over as the first woman Prime Minister of Japan, let us convey our greetings and warm wishes to her as she gets down to her tasks, among them building upon the strong foundations of India-Japan friendship laid by her predecessors and strengthen the bonds further. The second momentous event was the most recent 2-day visit of Prime Minister Narendra Modi to Japan, of which I will touch upon in detail a bit later. Let me first start with the story. Sometime in 1949, Prime Minister Jawaharlal Nehru was surprised to receive a large bunch of letters from Japan. These were letters written by Japanese children to the Japanese Prime Minister asking him to get an elephant for the Tokyo Zoo, and they had been forwarded to Prime Minister Nehru. Nehru was quick to act on children's wishes, and he set about finding an elephant that could be sent to Japan. His office found a well-trained and gentle 15-year-old elephant in Karnataka, coincidentally named Indira, the name of his daughter Indira Gandhi. The elephant was sent by ship to Japan, accompanied by 2 mahouts to look after her. Indira arrived in Japan and was housed in the Tokyo Zoo, much to the delight of the children and the zookeepers. There was, however, a problem. Indira had been trained to follow instructions in Kannada. Soon, however, 2 Japanese mahouts learnt Indira's language from the Indian mahouts and was able to communicate and look after her until her passing in 1983. Indira brought about an emotional connect between the people of Japan and India. Her journey also marked one of the early exchanges in the languages Kannada and Japanese that should be of interest to students learning Japanese and seeking to render English to Japanese and vice versa. The emotional phase of India-Japan relations had begun some years earlier. Justice Radha Binod Pal, who officiated at the Tokyo trials after the Second World War, was the sole dissenting judge who refused to convict and had won the appreciation of the Japanese people. Much earlier, the Buddhist monk Bodhisena had travelled from India and had participated in the consecration of the idol of the Buddha at Nara in the mid-8th century. The emotional connect soon turned into one of trust, and Japanese companies started coming to India, slowly at first, but then in significant numbers. Soon enough, Hitachi, Matsushita, National, and Sony, and later entrants Suzuki, Toyota, and Honda became household names. Alongside came movement of skilled people With the result, there are over 8,000 Japanese in India and over 50,000 Indians in Japan. Japanese culture, which we saw displayed in the slideshow here, including dolls, ikebana flower arrangements, the art of bonsai, and many other Japanese elements of Japanese culture became popular in India, even as Indian films and more recently yoga gained acceptance in Japan. In political terms, though India did not participate in the San Francisco Conference that settled issues after the Second World War, it signed a separate peace treaty with Japan in 1952. The Japan-India Friendship Society is the oldest such friendship society in Japan. Showing an eagerness to forge even closer ties, there has been an annual summit of Prime Ministers since 2006. Relations did hit a speed breaker in 1996 when Japan's anti-nuclear weapons policy came into conflict with the Indian nuclear explosion at Pokhran. After the period of lull, relations soon were put back on an even keel, and an agreement on the peaceful uses of nuclear energy was even signed in November 2016. The progress of relations is also reflected in the terminology used to describe the partnership. There was a gradual elevation from global partnership in 2000 to strategic global partnership in 2006 and finally to special strategic and global partnership in 2014. This reflected the close cooperation in not just economic, cultural, and political relations, but the expansion of the ambit to defense, space research, clean energy technology, and cooperation. The shared vision of both the nations in keeping the Indian and Pacific Oceans free and open for navigation was famously articulated by Prime Minister Abe in a speech in India titled The Confluence of Two Seas in 2007. Since then, the focus has been on keeping both the oceans secure for international navigation. Defense cooperation has also been stepped up with efforts to achieve interoperability of equipment and with joint exercises. It was in this context of expanding and close cooperation that Prime Minister Modi's two-day visit to Japan took place in August this year. One significant outcome was Japan's intent to invest 10 trillion yen, or about 60,000 crores, in India over the next decade, making a doubling of the previous commitment of 5 trillion yen in 2022. In Tokyo, it was also announced that the Indian Space Research Organization, or ISRO, and the Japan Aerospace Exploration Agency will work closely on the upcoming Chandrayaan-5 mission. Japan has provided technological and financial assistance for the high-speed rail corridor from Mumbai to Ahmedabad. And Mr. Modi, during his visit, met the Indian staff being trained to operate the bullet trains. Many of you associated with the chamber must have visited Japan possibly many times. I myself have visited Japan 3 times, the last one 6 years ago, when I spent three weeks traveling all over the country. While the places and the language were unfamiliar, the sheer beauty of the country and the warmth and hospitality of the people made this trip most enjoyable. I can imagine that those of you who have learned the Japanese language and are more familiar with the Japanese mores and customs would enjoy a visit even more. It is a country one should visit definitely, and I would urge you all to plan your trips in the not too distant future. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Ravi. It was a beautifully conducted tour of Japan and Japan-India relations. He took us through the various channels of India-Japan relations. He has covered very extensively the culture, the rich culture of India-Japan relations, economy, defense, space, and infrastructure. Thank you very much, sir. One point I would like to refer to, he talked about donation of elephants to the zoo long ago. Ladies and gentlemen, some 2 months ago, I think sometime in July, August, our India had sent a dozen of animals to the Osaka Zoo. They're still there. But this time, it is with a little difference. People from Osaka Zoo, the trainers who train the animals, they were here in Karnataka for months. And they accompanied, they interacted with our Indian trainers. They were there. Then they took all our friends very comfortably to Japan. And some of them even stayed on just to give the animals some amount of comfort that their men not there. Both men and women went in this team, and I'm very happy to mention about it this time. Thank you, sir. Now, Mr. Ravi, having said so much, I don't want to talk about any of those economic aspects of it. Only one thing is very clear. India needs Japan for technology and capital. And Japan needs India's youth and land. Ladies and gentlemen, it's my privilege to invite our chief guest, Honorable Mr. Takahashi Muneyo, Consul General of Japan in Chennai, to enlighten us on enhancing Japan-India friendship through youth and education. Let me briefly introduce him to the august audience. Mr. Takahashi Muneyo joined the Ministry of Foreign Affairs Government of Japan in the year 1984. He has extensive overseas experience, having served in Tunisia, the Philippines, New York, Houston, Austria, and Iraq in various capacities. Mr. Takahashi Muneyo assumed office as Consul General of Japan in Chennai in April 2024, with the consular jurisdiction over Tamil Nadu, Kerala, Andhra Pradesh, Telangana, and the Union Territory of Pondicherry. Mr. Takahashi Muneyo is accompanied by his spouse, Madam Takahashi Mitsuyo. You might have seen some of the slides where both of them are interacting with the students and enjoying their, karaoke songs with the students. Every one of our program, we are really honored to have our Consul General and Madam with us. And the support the Consulate General of Japan gives to Indo-Japan Chamber in building India-Japan relations is enormous. I take this opportunity to express a deep felt gratitude to Honorable Mr. Takahashi Muneyo, and I invite him to the podium.
Mr. Ravi, Director Katsuri Anderson, Mr. Krishnari, Ms. Suguno. Oh, okay. Respected member of the IJCCI, Professor, Faculty, and dear student. Anewanakam nade wakanakam. Nan Japan tudar tudai Takahashi. Ongai sadi chantore romba sadosha. It gives me great pleasure to be here today at the India-Japan Intercollegiate Competition 2025 prize distribution ceremony. I am truly delighted to see so many bright and eager younger students gathered to celebrate friendship between Japan and India. Let me first express my sincere gratitude to the IJCCI and its members for their progressive and dedicated effort in promoting friendship, cultural understanding, and business cooperation between our two countries. Through education and cultural activities such as these competitions, IJCCI has been nurturing young minds and encourage great understanding of Japan among Indian students. The theme of this year's event, Enhancing India-Japan Friendship, perfectly reflects the growing partnership between our two countries. During the recent summit meeting between Prime Minister Modi and Prime Minister Ishiba, both leaders reaffirmed their commitment to developing cooperation not only in economic and the technological sector, but also in people-to-people exchange, education, and culture. This year, 2025, is being celebrated as the India-Japan Year of Science, Technology, and Innovation Exchange, marking 40 years of collaboration in this field. Both governments are actively supporting research partnership and academic collaboration between universities, encourage joint projects in areas such as clean energy, robotics, AI, biotechnology, and the space sector. This initiative opens exciting new pathway for students like you to engage in global learning and contribute to future innovation. The two prime ministers also took note of the successful act of the Japan-India Institute for Manufacturing, we call it JIM, yes, and the Japan endorsed the course we call JEX, established in 2016. This program has helped create a strong talent pipeline of over 30,000 young professionals trained in Japan-style manufacturing and management. Many of these graduates are now contributing to Japanese companies in India and even passing further opportunity in Japan. Furthermore, the leader adopted an important action plan for India and Japan human research exchange and cooperation, which outlined a roadmap for talent mobility and deeper people-to-people tie. This plan envisioned the exchange of more than 5 lakhs persons over the next 5 years, including 50,000 skilled professionals and potential talent from India to Japan. This initiative represents a wonderful opportunity for Indian youth to international sense. Advanced technical skill and work experience in Japan, world-class industry. At the same time, the two governments continue to promote language and culture exchange through programs such as Nihongo Partner and the Sakura Science Exchange. This initiative enables students to experience Japanese language, culture, and innovation firsthand, nurturing mutual respect and understanding between our two countries. Dear students, you are the real bridge between India and Japan. Your curiosity and willingness to learn from one another are the foundation of our future partnership. I encourage you to study the Japanese language, explore opportunity to train or work in Japan, and become global citizens who connect our two countries. Here, can I take light work, light story, my small story. I thought that I have not closed the relationship with India for as long as I can remember, including after employment in Foreign Minister. That's why I had never been to India and had no Indian friend. Last year, someone asked me about attendance at 15th anniversary ceremony for Japanese school in Chennai. And then I thought what I would have done 15 years ago, around 1955. I remember I had an Indian superstar when I was preschool child. Do you know who is? No anime star, no movie star. She was born in South India. Her name is Indira. I remember going to the Ueno Zoo every Sunday with my mother and my auntie to meet her. I every clear record my memory of where to go to see her best. As you know, after World War II in 1949, Indian Prime Minister Nehru donated an Indian elephant to Ueno Zoo in Tokyo, requested by Japanese children. This brought a light into the life of the Japanese people who still had not recovered from the fault in the war. I want to say that with relationship spanning 15th century, it is only natural that we should know each other. Finally, I would like to extend my heartfelt congratulations to all the winners of participants of the competition. Your talent and Ega embodied the spirit of friendship and collaboration that define India-Japan relationship. I hope this event will inspire you to aim high and make meaningful contribution to the future of both our nations. Thank you once again to IJCCI for organizing this wonderful platform for young minds and to all the teachers and the mentors who guide them along the way. Thank you very much. ありがとうございます。
Thank you, Consul General, for the inspiring speech. 2 points that I would like the young audience to keep in mind. One is, Consul General just mentioned that in 5 years, Japan is going to give 5 lakhs visas for students and trainers. Imagine what an Herculean task it is. Just for this sector alone, you're going to be given 5 lakhs of visa. This does not include your business visa or your social visa, right? So this is something which all of us should really feel very happy about India-Japan partnership in recent times. And they're going to train, of course they have already started doing it. Training them in the service sectors and in the manufacturing sectors is really a welcome measure. It's going to be increased in big number very soon. And one other point that I would like to catch your attention to is the Nihongo Partnership Program. You know what Nihongo is about? Yeah, anybody? Louder? Yes, Japanese language is called Nihongo. So you will know the benefit of learning Japanese language. I'm not advocating my institution. Please don't think that I'm marketing my institution. I don't mean that. If you learn Japanese language and then if you have some basic skill, then you can go to Japan. And as Mr. Ravi also mentioned, it is worth taking a trip to Japan. I'm sure within our next meetings, some of you would be motivated to travel to Japan just for sightseeing and seeing how this beautiful country is all about and what Japan and the Japanese feel for India. And I'm thankful to Consul General for learning Tamil language. He is learning Tamil language and really it's a nice thing. He can speak, probably when you interact with him, you would know. Interacting with you in Tamil, sir, soon. Yeah. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. Now, I'm sure most of you, the students, must be fidgeting in the chairs. We are going to have a very excited moment, exciting moment rather. And I would request my colleague, Geetanjali Rajan. She's a senior teacher. She's a haiku specialist. She is more sought after all over the world. She's a very great lady, very unassuming. And I request Geetanjali Rajan to present a report on the activities that are taken place at IJCCI on the 4 Saturdays and Sundays. Over to Geetanjali Rajan.
Good evening to all the distinguished guests who are gathered here today. It's my pleasure to read out the judges' report and the process of judging that we had for the intercollegiate competitions held at IJCCI. The intercollegiate competitions 2025 that were held consisted of 4 categories: the speech competition, essay writing, poster making, and poetry competition. The participation by the colleges, 15 colleges, was enthusiastic, and I would like to extend my congratulations to all the participants gathered here. The following are the criteria that were used to judge the entries to each of the competitions. The speech competition. The theme of the speech competition was Lessons from Japan for the Indian Youth. The criteria and rubric for judging the competition were originality, relevance to the theme, presentation style, body language, and overall impact. The judges, Dr. Uttira and Dr. Sridhar Krishnaswamy, shared the opinion that the theme which focused on what the Indian youth can learn from the Japanese way of life, was both timely and thought-provoking, encouraging participants to reflect on the values that define Japan's remarkable social and economic progress. The speakers articulated their thoughts with confidence and clarity, drawing inspiring parallels between the Japanese ethos of discipline, respect, collective harmony, and perseverance, and the aspirations of today's Indian youth. I go on to the essay competition. The given theme for the essay competition was Challenges of Modern Japan. The criteria and rubric for judging the competition were originality, relevance to the theme, presentation style, and overall impact. The judge of the essay competition, Dr. Sridhar Krishnaswamy, shared the opinion that a majority of the participants showed an understanding of the theme and demonstrated a knowledge of the historical challenges that Japan had faced during the World War II, as well as the modern-day challenges of an aging society, as well as immigration. Some of the participants also pointed to the challenges of border security, the ongoing trade war, and strategic debate on China and North Korea. The poster-making competition had the theme of Japan-India Beyond Borders. The criteria and rubric were originality, relevance to the theme, presentation style, neatness, and overall impact. Ms. Lakshmi was the judge of the competition. In their posters, the students covered the various aspects of cultural affinity between both countries from ancient times, economic cooperation, digital cooperation, and the security cooperation between the countries using vibrant colors and catchy slogans. The event was a riot of color and creativity, and the participants expressed themselves successfully through images and words, making the judging process challenging yet enjoyable. The poetry competition had the theme Cherry Blossom and Lotus. The judging rubric was based on originality, relevance to the theme, imagery used, and overall impact. As a judge of the competition, I'd like to share that the participants creatively addressed the topic and shared their dreams and aspirations of Indo-Japan relations through a variety of images and metaphors. The poems demonstrated love and respect for both cultures and the wish that the relationship between both countries can be taken forward through mutual respect as well as cultural interaction. This is the first year that these intercollegiate competitions were conducted by IJCCI, and we had 15 colleges that participated. On behalf of IJCCI, I wish to express our gratitude to the colleges for encouraging their students to participate. The cooperation from the coordinators of the various colleges has been truly admirable. We have received requests from some of the colleges to increase the number of participants, and the request will be given due consideration the next year is what the chamber has promised. We are also planning to introduce a few more competitions in the coming year, so please stay tuned. We are grateful to the participating colleges, the judges of the competitions, as well as the enthusiastic participants who made this event a grand success. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Geetanjali Sensei, for the beautiful report. Thank you so much. I thank all my colleagues who supported this event. And we are now moving on to the much awaited and excited prize distribution ceremony. I would request Matangi Suresh, my colleague and a senior teacher of the Japanese language school, to take over from me.
Exciting part of the day, the prize distribution ceremony. It's time to celebrate the creativity, effort, and talent shown by all participants in the competitions. I request the August gathering to be magnanimous in appreciating the winners. There is a trophy, a cash award, and a certificate of appreciation for the winners. Starting off with the poetry competition. First prize goes to Mr. K. Richie Rex from Loyola College. A big round of applause. Please don't stop clapping. Second place goes to Miss B. Durga Shri, A.M. Jain College. Third place, Miss G. Rakshaya from Madras Christian College. Yes. Satam porale. Moving on to the poster competition, first place goes to Miss Agnes S. Sherlin, SDNB Vaishnav College for Women.
Ladies and gentlemen, there's no difference between 1, 2 and 3 because they have put equal amount of effort and it is just half a point that these people wasted. Okay? Let's give them a very big.
Yes, second place, Miss M.J. Jeffy Angel, Loyola College. Third place goes to Miss K. Hasina, Madras University. Moving on to the speech competition, first place goes to Miss S. Vaishali, RMK College of Engineering and Technology. Second place goes to Miss S. Kritika, Rajalakshmi Engineering College. place goes to Miss S. Darini, RMD Engineering College. And finally, for the essay competition, first place goes to Mr. V.K. Syed Mohammed Buhari from Loyola College. Second place goes to Miss S. Taruna, A.M. Jain College. And the third place goes to Miss C. Danshri, Women's Christian College. Congratulations to all the winners. A big round of applause to all of them. And we have the winners also. Office, Dean of International Programs, Madras Christian College. See here, Dr. Okay, he's not here. He's not here. He's not here. Madras Christian, yes. Okay, Rakshya, can you please come? Okay. We have the student representative collecting the, yes, one more photograph for Miss Rakshya. Dr. Gaurav Pandey, Assistant Professor and Head of the Department of Defense and Strategic Studies and Criminology, A.M. Jain College. A bigger round of applause, please. Dr. Nancy Paulraj, Head and Assistant Professor, Department of International Relations, Loyola College. Dr. Uma Maheshwari, Professor and Head of the Department of Politics and Public Administration, Madras University. Let's not stop clapping, please. Dr. P. Beena and Dr. Tangam, Associate Professors, Department of English, SDNB, Vaishnav College for Women. Ms. Karishma Vincent, Assistant Professor, Department of International Relations, Women's Christian College. Ms. K. Jayalakshmi, Center of Foreign Languages, RMK Engineering College, and Dr. N. Padmavati, Center of Foreign Languages, Coordinator, RMD Engineering College. Dr. K. Sudhakar, Center for Foreign Languages Coordinator, RMK College of Engineering and Technology. I now call upon Ms. Kritika, student representative of Rajalakshmi Engineering College, to come and collect the participation certificates on behalf of her friends. I request the judges. Yes. Next, the first prize winner of the poetry competition to come on stage and recite his winning poem.
Gratitude, that's what is uppermost in my mind and my heart and my soul. Before I recite my poem, I would like to sincerely appreciate and express my genuine sense of gratitude to Indo-Japan Chamber for Commerce and Industry for giving me and my fellow friends a wonderful opportunity in exploring our passions. Thank you, Honorable Mr. Takahashi Muneo, Consul General, Mr. N. Ravi, Director Kasturi and Sons Limited, Mr. President, and the dignitaries on the dais, and all of you ladies and gentlemen for your warm presence. The title of my poem is Ode to Lotus Sakura. The theme that was given to us was lotus and cherry blossom sakura in Japanese. So here it goes. O Sakura, what a sight to behold, lighting up fainted hearts that's frozen and cold. As the dust of cherry flowers rain like snow, hearts flutter with immense gratitude in me flow. O Sakura, you have unearthed the ikigai of my being. O Lotus, what a blessing to my eyes. My heart is drenched in your beauty as a sigh, with hope to rise, to see us rise with pride, to attain true freedom, peace and happiness as we strive. O Lotus, you have given meaning to my soul's deepest yearning. O Lotus Sakura, culture and tradition are rich heritage. We've been freed and have risen from the ashes of the cage. Like the lotus flower that springs through muddy water drenches, like the sakura flower that slowly sneaks through the edges of naked branches. O Lotus Sakura, bless us and adorn us with love, prosperity, and peace. Rombananri, Arigato gozaimasu.
Thank you, Mr. Richidex. In fact, for all the competitions, we are given only 30 minutes. So yes, now moving on to Mr. Syed Mohammad Buhari, the first prize winner of the essay competition, requesting you to present your essay.
Thank you, Indo-Japan Chamber of Commerce and Industry, for the opportunity to participate in the event and for the chance to present our works in this occasion. Special thanks to the chief guest, Honorable Consul General Mr. Takashi Muneyo, and the Chief Guest of Honor, Mr. N. Ravi, Director, the Hindu Groups. Simply, my essay broadly discussed the effects of Japan's demographic changes and soft power diplomacy in the international order under the topic Challenges of Modern Day Japan. I have discussed two distinctive topics in my essay, which covers the questions surrounding Japan's security challenges in the international order, which is in its redefining era, and the changing demographic factors of Japan, which would also affect its place in the global politics. Japan's path towards global peace started from the Article 9 of its 1947 constitution, which insisted on renouncing war and forbids maintaining standing army, but a self-defense force meant only for defensive purposes. It jumped to the 1951 defense treaty between US and Japan, the security alliance which guaranteed the defense sector of Japan by the US. Other constraints are the pacifist behavior of Japanese people and the budgetary limitations of Japan towards militarization of the country. Japan is technologically and economically one of the most advanced countries in the world, but the global order is changing, where Japan is still facing possible threats from China, North Korea and Russia, who are the major regional players. There are still unresolved disputes with the neighbor countries such like Senkaku Islands and northern border disputes with Russia. The other factors are the rapidly changing demography of Japan, which have seen the decline in birth rate and the rising aged population in the country. Also, Japan is receiving immigrants through its talent exchange programs and such, but this is an internal crisis and obstacle to Japan's global status. I highlighted these two issues in my essay, and I am not an expert to give solution to these topics, but I argued that Japan's ever-existing security relying on US might not help the peaceful country in a long run. Fortunately, Japan is now developing counter-strike capabilities and increasing the cyber defense security with its jump from 1% to 2% GDP on defense spending by 2017, showing hope on the progress. And moreover, the acquirement of weapons are not to threaten others, but to protect its own sovereignty and dignity. The conclusion is simple: peace has its own price. The world itself demands a strong, powerful, and self-reliant yet a peaceful Japan. Thank you. Arigato.
Finally, I would like to invite Ms. Vaishali, the winner of the speech competition, to deliver her speech.
A warm welcome to all the dignitaries, coordinators, and my fellow students and parents assembled here. I am Vaishali, and I would love to jump straight to the topic. My topic was about what all lessons that Japanese youth can learn from the Indian youth can learn from Japan. Let's take a few seconds to think what could be the most issues experienced by all Indian youth throughout India. Do anyone have any guesses? To no one's surprise, it's unemployment, or better explained, is the lack of opportunities that we face today. Especially as an engineering student myself, in my current third year, I face a fear every day. I go to my college, I see my seniors in the final years, and then I start to panic internally. I have prepared my speech and written it, but I'm not speaking it because I'm so scared to look it out. That's the scare that everyone feels in my college as well as in my class, and I'm sure everyone here does too. So what can we learn from Japan? A country that is so far ahead in its technology. But what we lack is opportunity. We have all the things necessary to create new opportunities. That's what I would love to share about Japan. I came across a meme several years ago that is well suited for this. I like to say that too. So let's take any person from around the globe, and if someone to say them, see, someone is doing this job, then we would reply with, yeah, let them do this job. And if you're saying nobody can do this job, then the person would reply with, then how could I do it? So let's see what a Japanese would do in these scenarios. Let's just say a Japanese person hears that somebody could do this job, then he would reply with, then I can also do this job. So what happens when you hear that nobody can do this job? Then I definitely must do this job. That's their mindset that allowed to bring to everyone present here today. And that's not it. The Japanese people, they collaborate when they have a pandemic, not only a pandemic, but also when they had risen from the ashes of the war. And also when they come across calamities, a tsunami after tsunami, disasters after disaster caused by natural problems, they rise up. They take the center stage. Every time the world looks at them, because it only takes them a few months, a few years to bring back the economy to what it was. They do not take time, they do not fear it, they do not let those instances hold themselves back, they do not play the victim, they take the opportunities given to them, even at the blinkest moment, even at that most despair time, they turn those into opportunities where they can get better. And that's what I would like to share with you guys today. And we can create our own opportunities by collaborating with us. We can find problems within our society so that we can increase our own GDP, not only as GDP, but also a country. We can become a more respectable society so that not only to get ourselves better, but also for the Japan that has invested nearly $40 billion into the Indian economy so that they can stand against us, not only against it, but also along with us in the center stage, taking the spotlight. Japan is a smart country now and a long history. It has collaborated now with India to invest in both its future to get its hands on the most valuable resource from India, which is not a land nor a gold, but it's its young population, which is to median age of 29. As the fourth largest GDP right now as India, and after Japan as the fifth largest GDP, we take what it takes to be the next big powerhouse. For that, we have to start creating opportunities within ourselves rather than competing among ourselves. And that concludes my lessons to all the Indian youth. Thank you.
May I now request Dr. Sridhar Krishnaswamy to propose the vote of thanks.
Good evening to all of you. The respected chief guests of the occasion, the Consul General of Japan, Mr. Muneo in Chennai, Mr. N. Ravi of the Hindu Group, the President of the Indo-Japan Chamber of Commerce and Industry, Mr. Padmanabhan, Mr. N. Kumar, the past President, Mr. Veeramani sitting there. Let me tell you something that it was indeed very delightful to be a part of this competition. For the simple reason that I had the opportunity to listen and to see. Listen, I was a part of the speech where I heard wonderful people, young students, telling us what they could learn from Japan. And I wish they meant every word they said. That's all I can say. And also the essay competition gave me an opportunity. See, as a teacher, I like to see where young minds come from. I like to see what their thought process is, where they think the world problems are. And I was delighted to see, most, if not all of them, have different perspectives. It's just not demography, immigration. Some people talked about the threat from China to Japan, and many people stop with that. They forget there is some country called North Korea, which is very close, that is also a kind of threat in the perception, as far as Japan is concerned. So what I'm trying to tell you here is that in any competition, there are bound to be winners and there are bound to be people who have not won. But in a competition like this, what the IJCCI hosted recently, everybody is a winner. Everybody. And this should propel colleges, students, coordinators to participate more in these kind of events which are there. Only thing is that we don't take the time to see that they are there. You need to listen, you need to keep your eyes open, and you need to step up to the plate and participate, not bothering whether you're going to win or not win. I deliberately choose to omit the word lose, because nobody loses in these things. We are all winners. So with that, I would like to extend a very warm welcome to each and every one of you, to the students especially, to those people who have done well, the people who are going to do well next time. I just wish you all the best. Good evening. Thank you.
Can I request Dr. Gaurav Pandey along with his students on stage?
Dr. Ashok from Ishwari Engineering College. Let's build Indo-Japan relations together in a bigger and better and wider way. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Kindly remain seated until our chief guest leaves the hall.